Well, it is looking like today is a slow news day after all. If you saw the morning segment from today, it was a good thing that those people on Twitter were so salty because, yeah, I kind of needed the content for today, it turns out. I did find a very brief and very amusing post on Am I the Jerk, though, and it's been about a month since our last segment from that subreddit, I think, maybe a couple weeks, so why not revisit it again? Well, I can tell you why not, because this is not an anime-related post. That's why I wouldn't cover it. That said, again, it's really brief, and it's such a crazy story that I think you guys will get entertainment out of this regardless. So let's read. 47-year-old male, the father in this story, says, "Am I the jerk for spending my daughter's college fund after she said she didn't want to go?" And spoiler alert, right at the start, that title is really downplaying what actually happened too. Here's what they say, what he says. "Hello, Reddit. I, 47 male, have been saving my daughter's 18 female college education ever since she was born. I don't feel comfortable disclosing the exact amount, but it was enough to send her to a good university, buy all of her supplies, etc. My wife and I both went to college, and we were expecting our daughter to go as well. So you can imagine our disappointment when she told us that she wasn't going." Now, I'll comment on that after. Let's read the whole story. "However, we respected her wishes and didn't make a big deal. The day after she told us, I bought a boat. My wife and I have been wanting one for years now." Now, hold up. I'm going to highlight this and we'll talk about that once we go back. "My wife and I have been wanting one for years now, and so I finally bought it. It cleared out most of our daughter's college fund, and we put the rest in savings. A few days passed, and we hadn't told anyone about it. But my mother-in-law hosted a small family barbecue, and it eventually came up in conversation. My daughter was there, and when we said that we bought a boat, she asked where the money came from. So we answered, and she absolutely lost it. She said that she had changed her mind and was going to announce it today, but now she can't since we spent it. The family is torn. My wife doesn't think I'm the jerk, but my daughter obviously does. The in-laws and other relatives are split over it. So tell me, Reddit, am I the jerk?" Okay, back at the highlighted areas. So you can imagine our disappointment when she told us she wasn't going. Now, I don't have any kids, obviously, but I have a hunch that it's very common for kids to change their minds on things. Maybe one day they want to go to college, maybe the next week they don't, and then the week after they do. It's truly shocking that they never had that conversation. At least that's the implication. And the one time they do, they're just like instantly, okay, yeah, she's made up her mind. She doesn't want to go to college, so let's buy a boat. And he does that the day after. The day after, doesn't even wait a beat to see if the daughter would change her mind, instantly buys a boat. That's crazy to me. And a boat is expensive, man, as you know. And if you don't know, you can assume because of the college fund being wiped out pretty much due to the boat. I mean, boats are expensive, and you have upkeep. You got to pay for storage. You got to pay for cleaning it, maintenance and all that. It's expensive stuff, even just the upkeep of the boat, let alone actually buying the boat. So it's just crazy to me that they make such a giant investment, and it's not even an investment. I'm using that loosely. They spend so much money the next day on a major purchase, one of the biggest purchases they probably will ever make in their life, and they just do it like that with the daughter's college fund. Absolutely insane to me. And for the record, some of you probably know this because I've mentioned in videos here and there, very sparsely though, I really have a great distaste for the educational system here in the US. I think the educational system is terrible here. But I will tell you this, man, if my daughter, if I was in this situation, I would never have bought a boat with that money, and especially not the next day. I would wait and see if she's going to change her mind or something. And here's the thing. If she doesn't change her mind, maybe we can use that money for her to start a business or whatever else she's into. If she's not into college, all right, what do you like? You like business? What are you into? Maybe that money can help her get started in that line of work. You don't just spend it on a freaking boat. That's crazy. I also want to talk about this line here. A few days passed, and we hadn't told anyone about it. To me, that implies that they knew they were making a mistake, and they did it anyways. And the wife agrees, too. Agrees with the father that they were in the right to do this. Yet, the fact that they didn't tell anyone about it does imply to me that they felt guilty about it somewhat. They didn't tell anyone until the event, right? So, what's wrong with these people? Take a look at the top comment here. And of course, I want to see what you all are saying in the comments here on this video as well. Please leave a comment with your thoughts if you would be so inclined. I'll take a look. And here's the top comment in the Reddit thread. It says, "You're the jerk. She's an 18-year-old in the middle of all the stuff going on in the world, and you didn't think she might change her mind or reconsider? Heck, you clearly did not sit down, and so it's with her to figure out what she does want and what her plans are. You gave her a day. and then said screw it, went out and bought a boat, and didn't even bother to tell her that her college fund was gone. Of course you're the jerk. And that's another really crazy point. Again, they didn't tell anyone, including the daughter. That's just crazy, man. I don't know what else to say about this. I guess I'll end with this. It's easy for me to judge looking in from the outside, right? Again, I don't have kids. I've never been in a situation like that. I don't know what it's like. But I can say that in my humble opinion, the way it was handled was absolutely unreasonable, including not even having a discussion about if the daughter still wants to go to college at some point before that all happened. Like, I can understand if you're a parent, you save money for the kid to go to college, they don't go, you might need to do something else with the money. But buying a boat they didn't need, that's not that thing, in my opinion. And again, this was handled so poorly by these parents. My gosh. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.